Hello, welcome. I want to start this off by being super grateful for coming to this point and putting in action to doing this. It's a bit noisy if you couldn't tell, but I have a list of things that I want to talk about right here, and I just kind of want to get into it. I've been thinking about this all day, and I'm super freaking excited. Super excited. I just kind of want to go through like the basics of why I'm doing this and what led me to want to do this, and pretty much YouTube for me has been a big inspiration for me for a really long time. And I think for me it could be a tool to help me track my progress and my growth, and I'm really happy because everything's really working out right now, and I'm in a super good mindset to start this off. What you can expect from me in these videos is I'm pretty much going to talk every week about emotions, spirituality, and holding myself accountable. Something I also want to say is I've definitely been on my healing journey for quite a long time. I started my spiritual journey in 2020, and it is now 2025, and I think I've grown a lot within my mind, and I just want to hold myself accountable to the things that have happened in the last couple of years for me, and how I want that to show in my external reality rather than just my mind, because I control and choose the things that I let into my life, and it's up to me to choose wisely and choose the right things that are for me. So what I've learned through my own experiences is that I continue cycles because I don't hold myself accountable sometimes, including people I surround myself with, mostly. And it's really funny because I find that I do a lot better when I'm alone and I choose to be in solitude. And solitude just like really helps me to like stay focused on my path and the things that I want to accomplish, you know. At first, when I sort of went through, what do they call it? Dark night of the soul, I think, is what I'm trying to look for here. When I went through that, I had to face a lot of things within myself. I was going through it, and I think that was like in 2021, 2022. So we've made it 3 years farther, and yeah, I'm just really excited to like be here, to be present with you and whoever is watching. Like, I'm so happy that you're here, and I feel honored to be in your presence, because only the people who are meant to find this will find this, and I stand on that. I think I have goals within what I want to do on YouTube, but I won't hold it to such a high standard just yet, but I'm not gonna hold myself back. Like, that's definitely like something that is up to me. I know that I have an infinite mind. I know that I have infinite ability to create whatever I want. So if I just continue and take action towards the things that I want, then they'll show up in my reality. And I'm really hoping that I can edit this in a good way. I hope that it's not bothering anybody, that I'm like not centered right now. I want the sun to be showing because I feel like that's a good representation of like me. I feel like I'm sort of, no, I'm not sort of. I am the embodiment. Wow. I am the embodiment of the sun and the moon, light and darkness, cats, dogs, ketchup, mustard, black, white, you know. And I resonate a lot with the sun and the moon. I have tattoos specifically for that. I genuinely am like so excited to be doing this. I want to get comfortable talking aloud to an audience, or maybe just to myself, you know, like I want to get comfortable doing this so that again I can hold myself accountable and enjoy experiences, record that as well. My paper's flying away. Yes, that was my next point. I feel like lately I've been super grounded in my sacral, and I need to get closer to my throat chakra, because past versions of me are shy. They don't know how to speak up for themselves. They don't know how to use their voice, and that's not what I want to identify with, and I want to grow within that. And so here I am, and I just want to do right by myself. And it's kind of like a reality check for me doing this right now, because I think about it so much and I envision myself doing this to a high degree. And now that I'm doing it, like I do feel really good, but it feels different, of course. And it's something so crazy to realize that there have been times where I don't speak, I don't talk, I don't do none of that, and sometimes where when I speak I'm very calm, I'm very thought through, like I'm very mindful of what I'm saying, and that is exactly who I want to be. I want to be confident in myself and in talking. I'm not looking for perfection within these. I'm looking for authenticity, and I'm looking for who I envision myself to be in my mind, so I can make that a reality for myself. And those are just some points that I wanted to talk to you about before I got into it. I'm searching for growth is a big one. Something that I do need to work on is not using filler words. We don't use filler words around here. We know exactly what we're saying, and we do not need them. It feels really good to say all of this out loud to the camera and make this a real thing. For all of my life, I've been watching YouTube, and I have so many people who I look up to, and so many people that inspire me. And of course, those people have changed throughout the years, but nonetheless, they have taught me so much, and how I shouldn't be afraid to express myself and put myself out there. And enjoy it so much that I'm doing this right now. I've said that about 3 times, but I like can't express it enough. Like, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for this to be happening. I think I might want to switch the angle. So I found my perfect angle. I'm not gonna switch it because there's nowhere else over there for me to set up my thing. Something I really want to get in the future. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Something I really want to get in the future is those little mics. Like, I literally feel like that would help me so much in talking, because I wouldn't have to be like super close, you know, and the audio would be so much better. As you can tell, like, I'm looking around and I'm like very nervous about people seeing me, but I'm just gonna let that go. And I have 2 topics to talk about: attaching yourself to old versions of yourself, and then my second one is, are people a distraction for your journey? Or in my case, are people a distraction for my journey? So this is such a beautiful, I envision this so great. Like, I love this so much. Is that me externally, like, trying to stop myself from doing this? I think I kind of want to just soak it all in right now, that I'm here and that I'm doing this, and the feeling I get in my body from it. I feel scarcity rising in my heart, and I don't like that. Because why am I afraid to express myself in front of people? I'm allowed to express myself. I was born with that right to express myself. And there's no reason why I should feel scared to do that, especially in front of other people. Other people's opinions do not matter. Other people's opinions do not fucking matter. I'm gonna talk about my own experiences. So this is just from my own point of view. And I'm not speaking for anybody else. This is only my journey. Something I've been realizing lately is that I really attach myself to old versions of me for the sole fact that I think that I don't want to grow out of them. And I've gotten out of my comfort zone many times, but none of them really feel true to me, but this one does. Out of all realities that I could have, this one is what's true to me and what I feel the most potential at. Have a problem of letting go, specifically of the past and certain situations. And I think I need to teach myself that there's nothing wrong with growth. There's nothing wrong with creating a new life for yourself that has nothing to do with your past. I don't think that anything is holding me back except for me, and that's a big thing for me, because I grew up in a really toxic household. And I grew up pushing my own feelings down and pushing myself down, putting myself in a box to make other people happy. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to genuinely reparent myself. It's not hard to talk about. I'm being really mindful with my words, but my body is reacting in a really intense way. Like, I'm almost like, shrinking myself still, like, as I'm talking about that. And maybe that's me letting go of that trauma because I'm speaking it aloud to the universe, but that's just something that I see in my or something that I'm noticing in my awareness. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. My thoughts are like kind of like going everywhere, and there's none at the same time. And I think I'm getting kind of confused about what's going on right now because I don't do this. And that's kind of like the whole point, is that I want to start. So I'm kind of at like a loss for words, and I don't want that to be the case right now. I mean, I'm specifically doing this on purpose. It's okay. It's okay. This is me diving deeper into my subconscious thoughts to heal. This is almost like a diary / shadow work kind of thing for me. It's okay for me to be seen. It's okay for me to be heard. In fact, that is my right, is to be seen and to be heard. And I'm going to unlearn those things. Like, I'm going to unlearn that what I was taught is that I need to shrink myself. That's what I'm unlearning. And what I'm teaching myself is that it is okay. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. There's a lot that I'm teaching myself in this point in time. I recently just started creating more than I'm consuming because I feel like I'm supposed to be a creator. I've been called to be a content creator for my whole entire life. And I'm tired of acting like that can't be a reality for me. And I'm sick of fucking shrinking myself. Like, if I can imagine that shit in my mind, it can happen. If I allow myself to let it happen. If I allow myself to take action to the things that I actually want. It can happen. And it can happen for you too. I know that I'm kind of talking about why I'm attaching myself to old versions of myself, but I can see that recently, in the last month or so, like, I'm slowly detaching myself from that point of view, because I know that my mind is limitless and I don't have to keep that mindset. And it's kind of been easier for me. I've been doing things outside of my comfort zone way more than I ever used to. And the fact that I'm even doing that is so powerful, and that creates so much more growth than just thinking about it and sort of just being sad about it. It took me a really long time to get to this point, and I truly am proud of myself for doing all of this. don't really know what shifted my brain for this, because I moved, and when I move, I feel like that creates a whole new start. Like, that's a whole new reality that I get to live. And I just, for a long time, I think journaling was a big thing for me, and now I kind of want to progress within that. So, like, journaling still helps me a lot, especially the things that I wouldn't want to share on the internet. But talking and speaking this aloud helps me internalize it more, I think. No, not I think, I know. It's helping me internalize it more. But then also speaking it aloud kind of makes it true. See, this is where the words are getting all scrambled. So with the detachment of old versions of oneself, I think that, why do I keep saying I think? I know that me being here in this very moment doing this has completely switched everything that I've ever thought before. I understand the potential of me doing this is switching the timelines. I'm quantum jumping. Because if you told me I was doing this even a year ago, no, I'm not. Like, no. But I'm not holding myself to that box anymore. I don't think that I'm a regular person that works a corporate job, that listens to other people, that gets paid by other people. Like, no. I'm gonna get paid to be myself, and I'm gonna get paid to help other people. And I know that there's this big thing of like the big awakening. I don't really remember what they call it, but like, I'm definitely a part of that. And this is literally only like the first steps to this whole story of my story. My story needs to be told. My story needs to be heard. And my journey needs to be documented. That's crazy. Do you see that right there? My throat chakra is so open right now. And that was my goal completely. And the fact that I'm fulfilling it right now creates so much like possibility. Like, it's making me speechless. But I'm not speechless at the same time. Like, I literally could talk for hours if I know the right things to talk about. And I guess that's what's going to lead us into, are people a distraction for your journey or my journey? As I said in the beginning of the video, I'm only going to be speaking about my experiences in my journey. When I started my spiritual journey in 2020, I was completely isolated already. And I grew for a couple years alone and with no eyes around me. But I think I want to say 2022 or like 2023. Yeah, 2023. I mean, I always had different friends. Like, I'd never been like completely alone, you know? Like, sometimes I have, and that's always been a choice for me, but I know that for me, other people are a distraction to what I want to accomplish. And it kind of brings up the point of, am I trying to limit other people? I'm not really sure. I know that when you're an awakened soul, you can't necessarily speak about these kind of things to just anybody. And you kind of keep it to yourself and grow by yourself. But I know that you still have to be open. I'm really just admiring the scenery. Like, I think I truly found... that was cool. I think I found my spot. I've known about this spot for years. And sometimes I come here to do yoga, which is really, I really love that. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still here. Excuse me. The sun is trying to take my spotlight. I don't want to be like up close and personal, but I also don't mind. So let's just take it close and personal. So in the last 2 years, I believe, I've been around a lot of low vibrational people. And so that spirals into me being a low vibrational being, and I would let go and I would come back, and then I would reattach myself and I would go back. And it's been a big cycle. And I think this year has really been the year that's eye-opening for me, that I can't keep myself around these people anymore, or I'm not going to live up to my fulfillment that I want to fulfill, literally. And there's nothing wrong with the people that I was surrounding myself with. I think that I'm just in a very different part of life, and I was forcing myself to be kind of on their level. And there was nothing wrong with them. Like, I still love them. I still give love to them. I would never speak badly about them. I would never hate on them. I would never send them bad energy. But I will say that for my own sake and for my own journey and for what I want to achieve, of course, that wasn't meant for me. But I did learn my lessons. Everything has a lesson, and I did learn my lessons, but I'm moving on to a different part of life, and they're no longer needed to be around me for me to learn my next lessons. My back is killing me in this position. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of stretching. I'll come back. I think this was a pretty good run. I think I still have a little bit to talk about. And then we'll say our namaste. So yeah, I'm learning to let go of old versions of me and people that have surrounded me in those old versions. And I wish them love. I send them love. And I send them gratitude for the things that they've taught me, but I no longer need them in my life. And still, I think that's a little scary for me, but that's in the process. My device sadly died before I could say namaste, but it was so great speaking. I felt like this was really needed, and I'm really proud of what I accomplished in this video. Namaste, peace, love, light, darkness, all of the above. I hope you have a great one.